Hi there, this is Kevin from RogueDeckBuilder.com here with an updated list of my Hell's Lookout deck that I used to pilot, I believe, right when Dragon's Maze or Gatecrash Return to Ravnica. I haven't played this in a couple months, I do believe. This was a very popular deck. I actually liked playing this a lot. Very fun with the interaction between the Tandem Lookout and the Hellrider, as you draw a gazillion cards, especially if you go Stormkirk Noble into Lightning Mauler, into Tandem Lookout, into Hellrider, or Stormkirk Noble into Judge's Familiar, Stormkirk Noble into Tandem Lookout, into Hellrider. You draw an amazing amount of cards the following turn on that fourth turn, do a lot of damage, and it's just great, good times. So this deck acts like a red deck wins with more reach and more control. So let's just go down the list here. The list of cards, we got the Stormkirk Nobles. Well, let's go to the lands first. We've got the dull lands. We got 4 of each of these dual lands and a Desolate Lighthouse. I never want to see more than one Desolate Lighthouse. So we have 8 mountains and 6 islands and a Desolate Lighthouse. We have now let's go to the creatures. 3 of Judge's Familiar. This card is insane in the format right now. It sets Junk Reanimator back a whole turn. It can counter Farseeks. It can counter not detention spheres. That doesn't work. It can counter Searing Spears on turn 2 to keep your Stormkirk Noble alive. This card just puts your opponent back an entire turn, and it is awesome. I love this card. I might go up to 4. I like having 7 1-drops, and it's just a little bit better than Rakdos Cackler, in my opinion. I do like the Rakdos Cackler a lot. I think Rakdos Cackler might be a good alternative for Stormkirk Noble, but between the evasion with Judge's Familiar and the setting the Junk Reanimator back a whole turn on their Burial Rites or their Grizzly Salvage or whatever is huge. Huge, huge. Let me emphasize that. It is huge. Anyway, we'll go on to the removal or the direct damage package. We have 4 Pillar of Flames and 4 Searing Spears. Then we have 3 Tandem Lookouts, 2 Lightning Maulers. These pair really well. And then we have 3 Snapcaster Mages. I used to play 4, but I needed to make a cut, and I did believe that Snapcaster Mages just didn't quite have enough targets a lot of the times, as we are kind of up to 19 creatures, and so we have less instances and sorceries to work with, especially with these Spectral Flights. So I like the 3 of Snapcaster Mage. Another card that I used to use was Ash Zealot. I ended up cutting it. It is a great card, very aggressive. It's good against like the aggro decks, as it can hold back and first strike, and it's very good to see even against like Junk Reanimator, as they take 3 every time they have to flash back something. But it did end up getting the cut. It works really good with Tandem Lookout as well. I mean, I guess it would be Lightning Mauler that would be the replacement for Ash Zealot, but a lot of times it is hard for that double red on second turn. It's definitely something you could mess around with. You could go down in the count of Searing Spears, Pillar of Flames for a couple Ash Zealots, but then Ash Zealot and Snapcaster Mage often hurt each other too, because you want to Snapcaster back something and you're taking 3 from your own Ash Zealot. So 3 Tandem Lookout is the perfect number in my opinion. I don't want more. I don't want to be flooded with Tandem Lookouts. It's nice if I have one in my hand. I don't want to. And yeah. Anywho, so one of the biggest additions here is the Ral Zarek. Ral Zarek is amazing in this deck. Its +1 is actually very pertinent. It can tap down a creature. It can kill a creature with its -2. So you can tap it down. If you don't want to even spend its -2, you can just tap down a dude and swing in with your Tandem Lookout, Lightning Mauler combo to get even more card advantage. And untap a land and actually pillar off something, or it's just a really good card. Its +1 is usually not very good in a lot of decks, but it's very good in this deck. And of course, the signature card, the MVP in our deck, is the Hellrider. Very good card. Of course, like I said, it pairs very well with the Tandem Lookout. If not, it's just a beater. Let's go to the control package. I'm running 1 Syncopate, an Unsummon, a Cyclonic Rift, and 2 Izzet Charms. You could, of course, mess around with these numbers. Izzet Charms are great in this deck. You could go more Izzet Charms. 2 is the right number for me. I don't want to get overloaded with too many Izzet Charms. Then we have the 2 of Spectral Flight. The reason why I like in this deck is it works so great with Stormkirk Noble. First turn Stormkirk Noble into second turn Spectral Flight attack. Puts him at 4. He's out of Searing Spear range. You do have to worry about Mizzy Mortars, Abrupt Decay, everything else, but yep. That is the whole idea behind the Spectral Flight. Stormkirk Noble has won me so many games against the mirror, against red deck wins, and RG aggro being out of that Searing Spear range, and then you're swinging for 3, then you're swinging 4, the next turn you're swinging for 4, then 5, then they're dead basically. Onto the sideboard, Boros Reckoner is the best card in the world against aggro. It is such a roadblock. It is not auto-include if you're playing red in this format. Shuts down Naya Blitz, shuts down RG aggro. Very good card. I have the package of I Steal Your Stuff with Zealous Conscripts and the Catch and Release. I can't emphasize how many times I've actually stolen Liliana's at 6 counters, or Sorens at 6 counters, or even Garruk Primal Hunters at 3 counters. So you steal it, sack it, you draw the cards, you draw 3 cards, they lose their Garruk. Good times. Anyway, you can also steal Thragtusk for the win. So 5th turn, they cast Thragtusk. 5th turn, you have like a Hellrider, Tandem Lookout, they cast Thragtusk. Use Zealot's Conscript Thragtusk, swing in for everything and win. Got another Cyclonic Rift in the sideboard because it's very good against a lot of the decks right now. It's very good against Ban Enchantments. It's very good against Junk Reanimator. It's very good against a plethora of decks. I've got my anti-control package here with the Hidden Strings and Gutter Snipe. I love this combination. He swings in for 6 because you tap down their blockers. It does 2 damage. You swing in. It does 2 damage from the Gutter Snipe, and the Hidden Strings untaps 2 of your lands and does 2 more damage, so you have like an Izzet Charmer Syncopate up for the next turn, or even more stuff. I love this combination so much. So I'm using just a 1 of each. I don't want to... If I see the combination, I see it. If not, that's okay. And Hidden Strings isn't bad at all in this deck either with anything else. I mean, even turn 2, throwing it on a Noble... You can tap down their blocker if it's not non-human and get in there for 1 and untap a land, and then it triggers, and then you untap your land, and you can even untap the Stromkirk Noble. So you basically have 2 untapped lands and a Noble on, and you've got that counter on it. And yeah, it's a really good combination. And next turn, same thing. You have 2 up, and then you could actually hold up an Izzet Charm, hold up a Searing Spear, cast something else, and be good to go. So I love the Hidden Strings. It's a great combo, and somehow I just got rid of it out of my deck. Anyway, so we'll put that back in here. Izzet Staticaster's great against Junk Reanimator, great against Naya Blitz, great against, again, a plethora of decks. It is another roadblock to aggro, and a very good card against the Junk Reanimator, which you see everywhere. I'm including a 1 of Sleep because against kind of the mirror mid-range decks, it acts as another Thragtusk tapper. You tap all the creatures, they don't untap, and you're good to go. You do have to worry about Restoration Angel, but again, it's another 5th turn. I tap down their stuff, swing in for the Hellrider, the Tandem Lookout combination. And next turn, if you don't play anything again, your Thragtusk remains tapped, and boom, I get in there for even more damage. Never want to see more than 1. It's a good sideboard card. That's the gist of the deck. We'll get started here. This is Kevin from RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.